That you can still have 3 more. So few doesn't mean.
Yeah.
Okay. My assumption. Excellent.
Njenje media.
I want to see you again.
Kemi. Obi.
What that means?
No, don't sit.
Excellency.
This is cool. You have to find something. Yeah. Or you can find something. If you see a coat on a chair, if nobody is actually physically there, you can sit there, please.
Yeah, I'll quote her back. I'll give her her quote.
Tell my about this. That is wrong.
Let's remain sitting. If you are shook your hand, please ask me. Everybody takes a selfie.
One more problem with the cheese.
The white raspberries and
Just walk in. If you want to cook a bit, you don't need to know the owner of anything. You don't need to know the owner anyway here. In order to do so we have to deposit something. Otherwise, we would have had to go down.
should I take this menu?
Yes.
Or does he want to see
The rice is coming.
Yes. It's coming with the rice. Why would I want it?
So the beans doesn't come with.
Should I put something? Why? Yeah,
That's a going piece. That's a going piece. That's a going piece. Let me see. That's the sauce where the flavor.
I should get to it.
That's where the flavor is. Hi, Frank. I can't hear you. What happened? Hold on. I'll call you on my phone. Hold it. I can't hear you. Yeah? I'm MC. I'm trying to call you. Small saucepan, like this. Flat, okay. It's fish. She doesn't like taking that. Me and Kayla don't like pictures. I think it's a my family thing. I don't like pictures. Hey, look at that smile. Roy. Pastor, I didn't know you. Wave your hands, please.
Which
Let me very respectfully acknowledge all of you that are here. I have just 3 comments to make this evening. Number 1 is gratitude. I most sincerely thank all of you who spared out your time this evening to come out and join us in this little meeting. People will think, what is the purpose of this? For me, it's just very simple thing, which is number 2, gratitude. Just to most sincerely thank all of you as Nigerians for coming out, for being part of our last election and supporting Nigeria. People say for supporting me, I say no, for supporting Nigeria and supporting in building a better Nigeria. I'm sincerely grateful. All of us here want a better and working Nigeria. For all of us. And it will benefit everybody. I've always consistently maintained, and I say it every day, I'm not desperate to be president of Nigeria. I'm desperate to see Nigeria work. Because I've seen systems work, and I know it can work. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. I've been all over the world, and I know that there's no difference, no extra. This is for the people who are making it work here, why it shouldn't work in Nigeria. So it's gratitude that I came to just express and tell you, thank you. And number 3 again is gratitude. And urge you, please, do not give up on Nigeria. I've gone around and seen people who say to me, oh, I've given up. Oh, I'm not part of them. But what I tell them is that it's easy to say that. But when you open your phone in the morning, out of 10 calls or 10 messages, you see 10 of them are still coming from Nigeria asking you for one thing or the other. Have you ever received a message from another country other than Nigeria? That means you are part of Nigeria. You can't abandon it. You might say, I don't like the blue, I don't want to go there again, I don't want to do anything. But every morning, you read about what is happening there. You want to know what is happening there. Anybody's bad news about it makes you feel bad. Just like good news about it will make you feel good. So you are part of it. I've lived here. So when I said to one man, everybody, I said, I want to come here and say thank you to people. They first asked me, where do we do it? What are we going to do? I said, how can we find any Nigerian restaurant anywhere? It is time we go to, if we can't find, let's find somebody who can go to his house. We are not going to patronize any Igbo person at time. Let's go. There must be this. And that's what other nations do. And they said to me, where's that? I said, I know Nigerian restaurants. I said, have you been to one? I said, I've not been to one. But we have to start. And thank you, Afi. She moved round. And she said to me, I said, we'll start with one. We'll go to the other ones as we meet in the future. You know, and surprisingly, when he got one, when Bolale said there's one, and I was telling somebody, oh, they said there's this one in this area of London. They said, oh, there's one here. I said, whichever area it is in London, we'll get there. And somebody said, but it's owned by Yoruba. I said, don't use that word. It's owned by Nigeria. Let's go there. So let's go there because by Nigeria. And I'm very happy coming here. Extremely happy to be here. And the manager has told me, oh, they have so many branches and everything. And I can tell you, we've got a customer. Even if I don't eat, I say people, when they ask me, oh, we have this steak, we have that, I say, well, let me go and show you Nigerian steak as well. We have Nigerian fish, everything. So I thank all of you for being part of this evening. Like I told before, don't give up on Nigeria. That's my appeal. Don't give up on Nigeria. Only you can change it. They keep talking about brain drain. I say it is brain gain. I lived here. I've had opportunity of going to several schools. Indians, some foreign, living like you, change India. They change China. I met them in schools. Whenever I was going to school, everywhere in America, whether I was in Kellogg, whether I was in Cambridge, whether I was in Oxford, I met them in school. They've all gone back to their place. They changed it. People you see there have been trapped. I ask you a question. None of you here can live in the bush for 2 days. It's not possible. So, because of it, I always tell people, it is those people who left behind yesterday we didn't invest that have turned and became our problem because they live in the bush. So when they kidnap you, they take you to the bush. For them, it's a normal home. For you, you'll be saying, please, if I can get out of here for any price. So we need to change them, and you be part of that change. So I thank you for this evening, and all God Almighty that brought you here that continues to bless you, to continue to bless you always. I'm available for a few questions and comments. God bless all of you.
You talk about going forward. Right now, you now said that we should not go on Nigeria. What I want to ask is, we have a lot of crisis in the property. Please, what do we do going forward in the property?
Okay. Yeah, this one is political, but no problem. No, go on, go on. Let's get one or two, then we'll answer. Okay, okay.
Sir, my
Yeah.
question is this. For some Nigerians that are willing to give everything they have to make it work, then their families, especially the young ones, are always like, you're on your own. So, what do you expect them to reply when they are willing to give everything to make it work? Their families always like, you're taking it.
Unfortunately, I'm going to spend a long time if I tell you my own experience in this journey. It is something you will not believe if I tell you my own experience in this journey. But if you follow me in any of or go to YouTube, you see how I joined politics. It will shock you. I have never voted. I've never been part of politics. And the reason why I want you to do that is that it will encourage you. I have never voted. I had nothing to do with politics. I never knew in my life I would be doing what I'm doing today. And like I tell people, if it was that I had a choice, I would say I had offended God. That's why I got involved in this. But like I always say, wherever you find yourself is by His grace. What I was doing before then was His grace. And when I came into this one, I embraced it with the same faith. But if I tell you what I went through and what I've lost, you ask me. And that is what my family will always ask me. That's what my wife will always ask me. Peter, why do you do this? Peter, why do you? I like I tell people, she will even ask me till today. My wife will do something now. I want to eat this. I say, listen, Peter, I just want you to eat. Don't look at the GDP or per capita of this. Just eat. You know, because you know the special, that is the price of it. Say, no. And it's me who bought it. So don't ask anything. I want you to. But, and I say, why do you ask that? Because the more I get involved in this, the more I see the pain of people. A young man there told me this evening that he's doing his PhD on poverty. Am I right? Yes, sir. Just now. And I told him that he just told me he's doing his PhD in poverty. And I told him, and he said, yes, that's what he found. I say we have one of the worst equality on the surface of the earth. The reality is that less than 1% of Nigeria controls over 80% of Nigerian wealth.
Wow.
It's a crisis. You must, countries work hard to dismantle that. So you find out that it's a very tiny set of people that have virtually hijacked the country. And they're the ones creating all this confusion. So it is something, it's a sacrifice I'm begging you. I'm doing it every day. It doesn't pay me anything. I came back from Toronto this morning. I arrived by 8, drove to my hotel, changed, drove to Cambridge, from Cambridge to here. And I was telling people that we'll have a meeting till late this evening. They said we can last week. And this, who pays me? What do I get for it? Because I've been to places and seen poverty, seen people suffer because of the greed of people like me, who have decided to steal public money and make everybody suffer. And the more you go around seeing them, the more you want to be part of it. So I urge you to be part of it. When your family say, tell them that there's nothing you can do. The only thing God created you is to help humanity. That's all. Any other thing you do, the only thing you do is that God created it is to help build a better humanity. Any other thing you do is a waste of time. Whether you own the whole house, beautiful house in London, whether you own the best houses, the best shoes, the best of everything, the only thing that makes a meaning to human life is that you help humanity. That's the only thing. Anything short of that, say that I told you, you're wasting your time. And every day I live it. Every day I celebrate it. In Toronto, I showed them a friend of mine whom I told about flying from one place to the other and the cost. And he said to me, Peter, the difference makes no meaning. I said, don't worry. You're here, I'm here, don't worry. So I went to his village. I said, let's bring out the difference. We brought out 10% of the difference and gave it to 2 old women. What they did, he said to me, no, I will not. I told him about my Judicial challenge now in the north. We have 20 million out of school children. That is 20 million people that can change the world. I can show you in Europe here, countries that are not 20 million. Starting from one of the best performing countries in Europe, Netherlands, it's 17.something million. Belgium, you can go on and on. But we have 20 million children. They're not going to school. And I decided recently to go and see what they're doing in the north. And I went to Almajiri school. And I saw doctors, lawyers, engineers, super people. Because the time it takes them to learn Quran is the same time they can learn anything. All they need is that since they can't go to school, let's take school to them. It is those they didn't pay yesterday that is causing us trouble now. So why don't we rescue these ones now? Take English teachers there, take mathematics teachers. They go where they're learning Quran, teach them there. I sat down to study how much they pay the 2 people who are teaching them Quran. What it takes to run the entire place. They were paying them 20,000 a month. When I calculated everything it would take to run the place, it was about 3 million naira a year, including the school and everything. I put it at 10 million. And I said to myself, it costs 10 million to run one of these schools. 1% of Nigeria I just told the young man, controls about 70, at least 70% of the wealth of the country. 0.1% is 200,000. If so, 10% of that 1%, 200,000. If they decide to bring 10 million each, that's 2 trillion. So if they decide, the school I went to was 50 students. So if they decide to pay 10 million a year, we will put at 50 person per class, we will put 10 million out of that. And that 10 million is what we can use to buy one ticket to London. That we can just say one trip, cut off. Why can't we do it? So I started with 3 schools, just like borehole, which you must have seen me tweet and people challenge. I want to see people. They couldn't. They don't have borehole. They don't have anything. They don't have this. They say they've never seen water from this. Old women in remote area. And I said, how much will it cost you to put borehole there? It was 3.5, 4 million naira. And I said, okay, I'm going to do 20. Scatter all over. I'm challenging other people. Come, let's do. Forget politics now. We're not asking for vote. Let us just sacrifice our life, our own future, because we are blaming people. I've been to prisons. You have seen me follow it. It will shock you that the people who are doing this thing were wondering are being paid 30,000, 50,000 for operation. So we have a duty. So when you start, tell your wife, I'm saving my life. Mine didn't follow me too. Mine. My wife didn't. He thought I was going mad when I started this business. Because we were living when I mean, the day I will describe my life for you, you'll be shocked. How did this man live this? Live sitting on a board of a bank where I was chairing bank. Can go and check record. I've been the only Nigerian. Maybe it's changed now. The rule says you can't sit on more than one board of one bank. I was sitting on 3. And I was chairman at 39:40, enjoying myself, flying first class, doing this, but all of a sudden say, enough of this, because I met a lecturer in a school who told me, Peter, I haven't stayed with you for 3-4 months, you're in the wrong profession. And I said, Jean, he said, you should go and participate in public life. You should stop making private money. And that's what I'm doing for the past since 2005. Since 2001 till today. I was changed 2001, over 20 years. I've been going around like this every day. There's days I will not be in my house for 3 months. I'm going back next tomorrow. I'm going to Kenya, coming back here. I'm going to, I just came from those, I'm going to be in 3 states in America within this month. I'll come back, head to India, and just going to tell our people, nobody can do it except us. And if we don't dismantle this criminality, it will consume everybody. Just to dismantle it. Thank you. After the question.
In the spirit of equity.
Yeah.
No, feel free.
Mindset, a mindset that in individuals that question the system. I feel like one of the big problems challenges in Nigeria is mindset. Even though there are so many solutions or potential solutions, the mindset is always changing. So I wonder if there can be a curriculum, like something preferably a curriculum in Nigeria that can encourage just changing mindset from the school system. That's just a comment or recommendation. Then my question is to you, if you think there is any strategy to overcome what was the greatest hurdle who used during the last election to get
Okay, some of you didn't hear this question. The question is, how do we start creating the mindset from the youth? And is there anything I will do to overcome whatever made me not to win the election? And I'll start the second question. No. I want to start from that second question. The truth is that what we achieved was actually impossible. For the fact that we achieved that means a lot. If you're going to remove a system that is embedded and established over years, criminals, terrorists, because they have enemies always who live up to old order. And they always come together against you. And they came together against us. That's why I'm asking. It's not a sprint race, it's a marathon race. That includes changing the mind of the young ones. That's what I'm talking about, our Nigerian people. People today ask me, this is the first time somebody is believed to have lost election in Nigeria and is moving around. And those who won are more worried about him who lost. Because I'm not bothered about them. I'm bothered about building a new Nigeria where the young ones can now rise up and question that. He was there in Cambridge this one when I told them, don't give up. This is time for you to rise up and say no to this rascality. It is difficult. What I do today, I can tell you, I'm harassed in and out. But what I say to them is that, no, we can't continue this way. We can't be with our children anarchy. And I'm not looking at yesterday. I'm looking at tomorrow because those who think about yesterday and today will miss tomorrow. So let us focus on tomorrow and say, how do we continue this? How do we rationalize this and everything? If we do it that way, that is the new Nigeria. So don't worry, what you ask is, what your contribution is a vital thing. For me too, I'm learning, I'm listening. Because I can always say, if you cannot listen and learn, you shouldn't lead. Life is finished. You know everything. And then whoever knows everything to me is an idiot. Shouldn't come and near leadership. Because people must correct you always. So I listen to that, and I assure you, it's something that we're taking note of. We're recording, we're taking, this is what people are saying. This is what people want to hear. So thank you.
Just wanted to expand this a little more. There are some things anything we want to say today that not listen to throughout the whole campaign. But my concern is, it looks to me like the present order is establishing more when it comes to the judiciary, because and people went to vote because there was a hope that it would count. So what happened in Edo State and what happened was discouraging. I say Edo State, but I also happened in State. How does one, how do I encourage my brother, my siblings, people in my village that instead of what they saw in Anambra or Edo and other states, that will not repeat itself? Just concern. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Things are changing in Nigeria without people knowing. It takes time. People are knowing more now. People are becoming more vocal now. People are now challenging the system more now. It is this surprise, but it is changing gradually. And the thing that is something is making people to think twice. If you keep saying the same thing over and over again, and I like what you said, there's nothing I've said here that I did not say before. But I can tell you, We just keep repeating it. I think people are hearing it. I have a unique life. Unique life in the sense that I'm a Christian, I'm a Catholic. My immediate senior sister is a reverend sister. My immediate younger brother is a reverend father. And the unique reverend father, he is a rector of the biggest seminary, one of the biggest seminary we have in Nigeria, the final place you go before you become a reverend. And he always tell me one thing, he say, Peter, if people hear what we say every Sunday, we would have stopped church. Because the same thing that we are repeating year after year. But because when you finish saying it, by Monday, the people will turn to their ways. On Sunday, you say the same thing again. What when you will last Monday, Tuesday? So that was our people. You just keep saying that over and over again. And someday people will believe you. That's how people followed me. Because when I was saying it in Anambra State, people didn't listen. Eventually, I preached it, I lived it. Because over a time, the disconnect in our faith that people preach and do something different. So I come during campaign, start telling you people some nice stories. Everything I'm going to do, suddenly the man is voted in. The first thing he tells you is that what he saw when he entered there. And he asks, what was he seeing when he was campaigning? Because he was making a promise. So there must be something he was seeing while he was campaigning. And we too give up. We don't question. No. This man said he would do this. This man said he would do this. That's what I told the students in Cambridge. When people are saying what they will do, let us take their manifesto and read. If I want to question a road recently, I said, go and read my manifesto. I see what I said I'll read. I'll do. When it comes to issue like that. But I said it. So it is important. Keep telling them, please don't disencourage them. Because they are not disturbing you. Keep telling them, follow, do the right thing. They will tell you, oh, we voted, but it didn't count. We voted. One day that vote will count. Judicial, you think it's hopeless. It's not entirely hopeless. I've been a beneficiary of judicial. I was the first person who became a governor through the court. He asked me, how do you cope? I was in that court for 3 years alone. Nobody ever believed. I was removed from office twice. Twice I was impeached within 6 months of being governor. I came back. 6 months after, I was removed again. I came back. So you can imagine what it is for me. Every time I got removed, people said to me, in fact, the first time people came, we agreed the amount of money they're going to give the house members. I said, I'm not going to give people money for doing the wrong thing. I was, like I said, I was removed twice. And I came back twice. If I had said, let me go, people say, this man is not this man is not this. I've quarreled with people. You see me say it every day. The elites today, even till today, the elites in my state don't want to see me. I faced presidents who told me, Peter, nobody is happy with you. And I look at their face and say, I did not promise anybody happiness. I don't know where they're getting that. It's not in my manifesto. And if I have won this election, people won't be happy with me. Because I know what makes them happy. It's not available in Nigeria any longer. So it's keep doing it. All I urge you this evening is keep doing it. Don't give up. Don't say, oh, we've heard it before. Oh, what this man is preaching. But there's a few who are saying what they preach. It is not a rocket science. You will see them. I work with people who are good. I work with people who are good. Unfortunately, the criminalized system gradually will remove it.
Thank you very much. Just one, if you have to advise the current administration in Nigeria on how, because I'm a student of the WW, many developed people in Ghana was to start. I put it up to you. If you are in a position to advise the current Nigerian government on power and the work with them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me tell you, I will probably not be in position to advise them. I don't want to use the wrong word. I won't be in position to advise them. The reason is that not just I'm not talking about the president too. I'm talking about all of us, including me. The truth is that advancing the current system across will be difficult. You know why? You're dealing with majority of Nigerian leaders today, African leaders, is like a vehicle being driven by a driver that has passed his destination. You waste their time, they will drive the vehicle to where they pass. The simple thing, I've been a governor. Nobody in Nigeria, and I want you to take this. Of all those who are involved today, I'm one of the most experienced of all. How? I'm a trader. So I grew up trading in Onitsha. I've been involved with corporate world. I've been a director in about 9 hotel companies, public companies. Shared about 3 of them. So I know what happens in the corporate world. No other person I know today as doing that, and I've been a governor. So I know that there's not enough money in Nigeria, but the work is available is not properly being utilized. And I give account of it. In my little life as a businessman, I made a success of my life. I lived in this UK, and I made money here. And I can say it any day. I lived here and made money here. I bought my first house in this country, number 1 Oakley Court in Nigerian in 1987. I made money here. Until today, I live in a house without a mortgage here that I know the worth is worth something. And it's very clear. It shows this documented. I've been a young man who grew up seeing probably things that are good. I was just joking with somebody yesterday. I said, listen, don't think it's always been like this. When you get that actually I was talking to my husband, I said, listen, you pass the stage. Today you can do your hair, and you can do anything. Me, your father, have passed that stage. Even all the good cars. And I've seen the reason why we should work. So, and I've been in public life, shared institutions. The companies that I've shared till today are working. I've been in government. And of course, all the people that are not agreeing with me yesterday are my greatest supporters today. Even presidents who said to me, no, Peter, this is not the way to go. Today they are saying, we need Peter. And I'm not saying things I did not do. When people say now, oh, all of them are the same thing, all of them are this, I say, go to Anambra State. And I'm still saying it. If you go there and they show you where P2B mismanage Anambra State Fund. Come and hold me responsible. I'll stop campaigning. I'll stop going around. And to confirm it, I said, no thief on earth can see what they can steal and leave it. I've proven it. I left leaving $150 million for my state, and nobody asked me to keep money, even in foreign currency. It's there. Left 35 billion naira. Nobody asked me to leave it. And I said it. And if you want, I'll give you the bank statement. It's documented. And it's banked in Nigeria. And the day I left office, was not any pension, gratuity, salary, anybody, supply anybody. Not one person. And if you see any contractor who said he sat down with B2B and he said put 1 naira for him, or you go to Anambra State and see 1 piece of land given to me directly or indirectly, I stop campaigning. We must curtail our greed because we are human beings. We must curtail it. So for me, what I was trying to tell you, my brother, is that we can manage our small resources. I ask people today about things we do, the way we live and everything. I didn't tell you now that I bought a new house in the UK when I became governor. No, because it was not necessary. I'm not from here. No matter what I do here, I'm still a Nigerian. Even if you try to tell these people that you're very good, I said I lived here when things were this thing. If I had known I was still this thing, the things that I've shown you that will make you're wondering when did I come here? You are now in a different part of the world. But let me answer this question. Thank you.
Criminality.
Yes.
That will lead to dismantle structure of criminality. But I do not think people actually understand how significant it is. And you too, because I think in Nigerian politics, they see you as a very calm person who is not probably willing to take risk. For example, in the 2023 election that just finished, there were a lot of things that happened in Rivers State where everybody knew you won. They knew they refused to vote in Lagos and so many other parts of the world. But you came out and you were placating, like, let's do this, let's not do this. It was as if you were placating them. Because I think the kind of politics that is being made in Nigeria, you need to be actually firm, you need to be rugged, to be able to end the structure of criminality. But I don't think it was serious because we are.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. When I was coming back from Cambridge this morning, this is what me and Master Zoke was discussing. I tell him that, quite frankly, my brother, I've been in this business for a long time, longer than you. In our country, humility is seen as weakness. It's actually a virtue because they allowed you to stay firm. It is not. Rascality has become a measure of everything. It's not. When I have gone to, like I was coming here this evening, when I went to Cambridge, people say, people, how about security? How about police? How about army? How about this? And the question I asked them, I'm just going to Cambridge. I'm not going to see my brothers and sisters in this. I'm not saying they might not be violent, but if they decide to be, some other people will decide to fight on my behalf too. So it will be, all of us will be fighting. I know we're not going to do that. But what I'm trying to tell is that I don't believe that that you use the same process you're trying to dismantle to solve the problem. You waste everybody's time. Just continue saying it is wrong. is enough. We don't need to fight them. We don't need to kill anybody. Nobody should be harmed. Nobody will be the leader. You're going to put people's children on the line. I have never seen, and I will never use political talk to anybody. And I pray that all of us, all those who use people's children as talks, their children will end up being talk one day. If it's not fair, I won't do it. I'm at the forefront of everything. When I campaigned, everywhere I asked people to go. I went to View, I went to everywhere people didn't go. Katangu, I went personally. Where people have never been, I went there. I didn't send anybody. And I don't send people. I won't put people on the line. Because what you're asking me to do now, I won't do it. But I'll say it, and people will be harmed. No, that's not the idea. The idea is that we'll continue. They will get tired. And I'm telling you, they're getting tired. They are seeing that what this life we're living, we want to question their morality. We want to question the rascality by appealing to their mind that this thing you're doing is wrong. It shouldn't be. Today they are worried. They respond to whatever I say every day. They will even respond to what I say here. Because they are worried. So it's just keep saying it. The things the people have not done before. The things are right, and people say, Peter, is this true? And I say it's true. It is true. So we need to dismantle it, not by fighting anybody, not by saying this. People will even ask me, somebody asked me, what are we going to do with Labour Party? The reality is that, my brother, don't worry about it. We'll fix it. That's what they want you to be preoccupied with. Our problem is not Labour Party. Our problem is them. We know what they want to achieve. That's not what I want to do. They want us to be occupied by the Labour Party. If Labour Party is not occupying now, will you reduce the price of Gary? No. Let's deal with the cost that they are giving us. Let's deal with issues that are concerned us, not party, not any sentiment. If we get it right, I can assure you, all it requires is anywhere exchange, one leader who is committed. If you know Anambra State very well, before I became a governor, it was used for bad examples. In fact, they called it home for all. When I became governor, I said, no, no place is home for all. Because we cannot live with everybody. I take it to the right of the nation. I said, everything we touch, we must be number one. I became number one in Njenje. And the records are there. I wasn't, in Anambra State, people used to say, hey, what is wrong? This man, he doesn't even argue with anybody, doesn't even talk. I have 3 friends that I met in my life as governor. President Jonathan was vice president of Nigeria. He's still alive. He will tell you, he came to Anambra State. I was driving somewhere with him. He saw how people were pushing me out on the road. As I said, no, sir. We don't use siren here. When big men are there, you clear the book. It wasn't bad. We needed to give chance for big men to pass. It didn't stop me from being governor. I went to church. There's somewhere people took seats that was kept for governor. And they say when he comes, he will sit at the back, and I go and sit at the back. Because church is church. God doesn't pick people from front. It's only in our imagination. When God comes, He gives us who are clean. So there's no choice. Those ones are for us. People saw some things. So for me, we must also change. People were asking today, what do we do? I said, We have to look at our character. People who are competent, people who have this, to be able to change. Those of you who have lived here, have seen better life, better behavior, better everything, please come and impact it on us. Don't come and become the same thing, come from London and come and be saying you want to be the chief, you want to be this. You need to, no. The change will come with you. It will come with me saying this is not how people live. People don't live. You don't live by when you go to a village, everybody's poor, you're rich. But you're a threat, become a threat to you. So we dismantle it, not by fighting them, not by quarreling with them, but by asking them simple questions. There are things that I've asked in this year's budget. People are looking at wise. And I said to them, we don't have a national budget, for example, a national library. And our budget for national library is 980 something million. How come you will put a 15 billion for library for National Assembly? What type of thing is this? So people, you just keep questioning. I asked the people in Cambridge, I said, when Boris Johnson had COVID, where did they take him? Huh? St. Thomas. If you're sick, would you go there? So why are we going to have a national hospital when we budget? No. In a national hospital, it will shock you that the National Assembly hospital have more budget than than University of Lagos. I want you to quote it. University of Lagos Teaching Hospital, University of Osoka Teaching Hospital. Sorry, let me start again. University of Ibadan, UI is number one. It has more than UI, Nsukka, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, Ahmadu Bello, Ilorin, Meduguri, and Uniben put together. So, they're not, as I said, it's not five. It's something you sit down and read. We have a national hospital, if the budget is not up to 10% of Asarok Hospital, where they kill one person. So, and the same people don't even use it. So it's wired. We are not going to fight them. We bring them. Bolanle asked me one question. I said, Bolanle, people don't know what I want. When you go back, I say, Peter, why are you going all over the place talking this type of thing you're talking? I say, it's on the budget now. I didn't say anything. I just say what is in the budget. And that is it. You can read it. It's open for everybody to see. No other person, no people reason like that. Because I've experienced it. I had a clinic in my lodge as governor with about 3 doctors and nurses, and I had 2 ambulances. But there was no ambulance in the hospital that is in the same state. And I said, why is there an ambulance here? Why is the ambulance following me in convoy? They say in case there's an accident. What do you mean? The thing is supposed to be in hospital. If anything happens to anybody, it comes. That's what it's meant for. So it is for us to change it. It is the human being, the thinking, that makes people behave like that. And it's corruption. That's why I say criminality. When I say criminality, I mean corruption. If you don't dismantle it, you will not get anywhere. Corruption kills citizens and makes society. I say it every day. Okay. Maybe 2 months.
First, say, I'll pick your moral challenge. I'm trying to bring one in my village.
Thank you. Yeah, but I said, since there's a shortage of water, I'm not asking anybody to give me money. But these 200,000 people, please, let everybody do one every year. I'm happy and you picked one. I thought you were picked 5.
Yes, I'm an advocate for the government and my trouble is this. What do we do about institutional reform, especially timely? Because the right time to start is now.
Thank you.
First, the issue with diaspora voting for those who are able to travel back into Nigeria. It means having voting points where the Nigerian consulates or embassies that will be progressed. And then secondly, how do we strategize to make our votes count in terms of parallel vote tabulation strategies to outwit the manipulations of the institutionalized criminality in the system? I think it's time to start this program. It's now.
Thank you. You know why that's why I don't vote. You know why? Huh? You don't know why they don't vote? Because they vote rarely. There's nothing about diaspora voting. Kenyans in diaspora vote. Kenyans in diaspora vote. Everybody, every other country, except the giant of Africa. Because the giant is the giant who doesn't do anything. The giant of Africa doesn't, because if he does, he will collapse. That's why. And you said, how do you stop institutionalizing this thing? You can't change it. We can only change it by advocacy. Let's continue. What the citizen, one day you'll be there, you see them dismantled. It always is difficult. Remember when we started our experiment? They said it's two people tweeting, you would dismantle. I have my friends who told me, Peter, this thing you're doing, in September you will stop. How are you going to cope on your own? You know, they are not everywhere saying, this thing Peter is doing. This man, well, can't you get tired? I'm actually tired, but we wear them out. Let's continue. Because what they are doing is unfair to humanity. Look at you now doing borehole. Because I've talked about borehole challenge. And there's so many other people who are doing it. Let me tell you, there's somebody who saw me roofing a school in his village. He's never been to his village. He called me, he said, Peter, you went to my village? How did you go there? I told him there's a place we reach with park vehicle because there was no other way. We followed the Okada. And he saw me with kids who are naked in their place. You know what he's doing now? He's gone and knocked down the entire school. He said, Peter, if you can go there, I'm ashamed of myself. What is this money for? So you are doing it now. That's what we need. Somebody will see you tomorrow and do his own. Somebody will see you tomorrow and do. So let us not live a life where we think, oh, we're in England. It's all okay. People are suffering. So thank you. The last one.
Before the last question, His Excellency, Lady Bolanle is about to leave. She wants to have an opportunity to.
I won't allow her to leave. How can she leave? Oh.
Quite late for them.
Maybe only today.
It's been a long day for them, but they wanted to be here. And I'm glad that they had that.
We galvanize that effort that we put together back then and to continue to make a difference. Both here, because it's important.
Thank you.
More importantly, in Nigeria. I mean, you were talking about the water project. You know, so a group of us here, we partnered with people in Nigeria. We're planning to complete boreholes in 50 communities in the north. Structure, and we have started the work. And the first one we're going to do is the one that we talked about in Aguilar Space, that community in Sokoto State, where people were walking 15 kilometers into Nigeria Republic
to get water.
But yes, so
now if you go, if you listen to what she said, you'll be shocked. There was one I was going into one village. I said, how can people take us inside here? But when we got there and see how the women were excited because of borehole, I said, God, how did you bring this cost on us?
I mean,
But
the
thank
plan
you.
is ultimately the plan is that we look at healthcare system because we know, private healthcare has collapsed.
Completely.
And when we look at education,
You called it very well. Strictly Mr. Peter.
Mr. Peter,
Yes.
I spent some time in Lagos, Nigeria, working for the state government in an agency that we hoped at the time we could link up
Yeah, go.
2020. Beginning of 2021, I actually had 2 strokes and I survived surgery in last year. I'm very grateful for my life. I don't think I would have survived that. I'm saying that seriously. But when I came back in 2021, is when I got word, because I was still working remotely, that when they came to the registration, there was a computer for Rashwan and an individual doing the registrations, and a computer for Lindsay and an individual doing the registrations. There was no integration. They couldn't integrate because of the way that the money was sorted. They would never ever integrate. Never.
You'll never agree.
They would never ever integrate. The IT component of the civil service, it can't work. The masters that I did actually predicted that it's the young people that have the answer, the solution. Right. We need to dismantle the structure of the establishment, the elite, and the civil service.
Thank you.
Those 3, I need to ask, my question is, are you planning on running an open government? An open government means that there will be integrity. There will be
Okay, thank you.
transparency, accountability, and participation.
Thank you.
Will you run an open government?
Thank you. Okay. Because I was pointing to this man, let's just take his question. So I answer the 2 of them at the end. I'll answer your own privately. Huh? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. It's an honor to meet you in person. My name is Igbo.
Okay, give it. Okay, give it. No, no. Just keep this envelope for me where you keep that. I'll call it. Thank you.
So thank you, Your Excellency. It's an honor to meet you in person. My name is Igbo. I did a PhD in anti-corruption law, and I'm concerned about. I actually had a great experience. I met one of the Supreme Court judges who decided to look up the gubernatorial case, Justice Pius Adere. It's actually been.
You met him?
I met him several years ago, and those were judges of integrity. But I'm concerned about the quality of judicial officers we have today. So, sir, how do we go about reforming the process of judicial appointment so that we can get people of integrity on the bench, men and women who are competent but who also have integrity? It's very key. We cannot reform the electoral process if you go to court and the judicial process is captured by corrupt elements. So, how do we go about doing that?
Thank you.
Thank you.
What you asked and what she asked is the same thing. Similar. Madam, when you talk about IT, identity, this, I was wondering, have you heard about Nigerian identity card? Do you know the company that started it? That company is going through difficulty. It just came out of it recently. That company is a company called Chance. Have you ever heard about Chance? Thank you. Chance is a company started by a man called Demola Aladekamo. I met Demola as far back as 1991, 1993. One of the great brilliant minds you can meet in the IT business. I met them by reform. I was a banker. And I've gone to tell them about finance because they had issues with us in the banking industry as a director. And they said to me I should join them. I don't own, I said, 1% of this company, but they put me on their board. Is all the directors and the ownership are all from Southwest. I was the only Igbo director. But I was the head of their finance. And they were every year arguing with me because they said they were the companies that started national ID card. What they are going through today is because of that. All the efforts got manipulated by the establishment you're talking. There's nothing in IT. There's nothing in integration. There's nothing in all this. What is missing in Nigeria is a human being that will operate it. The human being, unless you change, because unless the human being thinks right, no amount of machine that you put that will work. So you need to work on the human mind. If you go to do clearing, I've been involved with Nigerian Post Authority. And I always tell people that even people say, oh, Peter was the director of Nigerian Post Authority. I've never been. I wrote a petition against Nigerian Post Authority. They were the only port in the world that have office outside their country of operation. They live beside my house. They have an office there. They are managing ports in Nigeria. They have even guest houses. So I wrote a petition against them under Abacha. And one day they announced in TV that I should come and be part of reorganizing it. I can tell you, we traveled to Port of Singapore because they refused to see us. But because one of the top people there, I met him while I was in Kellogg. He said to me, Peter, they're tired of seeing Nigerians here. Let them go to Cotonou or Ivory Coast and see what is happening there. Every time we buy machine to work, even work in Nigeria. So you asked me a question. Will I be transparent? I've said it before. Nobody sees what he can steal and leave it. For me, I cannot be going around talking here if I'm not prepared to do the right thing. I just told you now, I can call Demola and ask them. Their company is owned by Yoruba people. At that time, I did this. And then when people come and tell me about issue of tribalism, issue of religion, it is ethnic and greed method of keeping us separated. Because no tribe buys the bread cheaper. No tribe buys the garri cheaper. No tribe is secure. No tribe has 24-hour electricity. So how come people are talking about tribe? We just came here because it's owned by Nigeria. They didn't serve Yoruba different from Igbos. If you pay, they give you what you pay for. But in Nigeria now, if I are listening now, they'll say, oh, it's Yoruba man that owns here. What? He asked about judiciary. Adelemi, you met him. I didn't give them 1 naira. 5 judges gave me judgment in 2006 and declared me governor. In tribunal, where the government of Anambra State was keeping the 5 judges in Anambra State for 3 years, I was going to court every day. The government was keeping them. They gave judgment against that government. When I met the chairman years after, he said to me, Peter, do you know what happened to us? We traveled the 21 local governments. Everywhere we go, they said it's you that people voted for. And what is more shocking, you were coming to court for 3 years. So we are wondering, what type of man is this? Every morning you come and stay one side, and government people will be 30. You will just be there. So when it came for us to conclude, one of us asked, what are we going to do to this boy that comes to court every day praying? That's why I said to you, the man who asked question, yeah, don't worry. We'll be with them. We're not going to quarrel with them. We're not going to fight them. In appeal court, the person who wrote my judgment in appeal court for that case was a lady called Amina Algi. I never met her. She became a Supreme Court, just retired. It was 2 years after that judgment when I became governor. He saw me and used to report here and tapped me at the back. He said, thank you. And you're doing the right thing. If you were doing the wrong thing, I would have felt very bad. Let me even tell you, it is my auntie who lives in Oncha who kept telling me what they did to this boy. And if you see her judgment, and of course, when I was impeached, it was the same thing. Just Begore, I've never met Begore before. I don't know who he is. They read the judgment. I don't admit that he said, can't fight. I never gave, now you hear certain things, you're shocked. But like I keep saying, we need one person to come and change it. We will change it collectively by us staying together. You can't change the institution if the leaders are not ready to change. Not under this condition. And I told you, how can you change it? How can we sit down and pay a professor in a university 400,000 a month? In 1 year, he earns about 5 million naira. So if the professor decides not to eat, not to do anything, he needs 30 years to save 150 million naira. And we bought the car 160 million for legislator. We must dismantle this criminality. If you don't dismantle it, it will consume everybody. And that is my journey now. My journey is not about parties, not about anything, but we must dismantle this to make our country work. It is for your interest, my interest, and everything. My dear people, the society we are allowing them to abuse is taking this revenge on you. If you say you're coming home now, your parents will say, don't come. Imagine what it is that you're living in England. Joy, Indians, people, everybody, from time to time, go to their place. If you say you want to go to a place, the parents will tell you not to come. Imagine what it would be if you're going there, interacting with them. I went to school, I keep saying it, when you used to come here without visa, without anything. You come here, they give you some loan, give you everything. There's nothing I didn't benefit from here. I was here when they introduced American Express Platinum card. I was here when they introduced Black card. Any day you see my card, it's written there, inaugural member, inaugural member. Because then, anything you want, you get. All of a sudden, now it don't change. Nigeria has become a suspect. Once you say you're a Nigerian, you're a suspect. You know, from when you say you're a Nigerian, they believe you're doing well. Now you're a suspect. Even before you do anything wrong. That's what we want to change. Because all of you are great people, working hard every day to earn a living. Even when you send money home, the people there don't think, oh, you won lottery in London. And so everything is, we must change that mindset and stop the abuse of our country. Because it's taking his revenge on us, and it will take worse revenge on our children. God Almighty bless all of you. Amen.